Alright shredders, today we're going to have a look at bunny hop technique. We're going to be checking out some of the common mistakes, and along the way I'm going to help Abby here perfect her technique. So tell me, what's causing you problems with bunny hops? What happens when you try and bunny hop?
So when I try and get the front wheel and back wheel to go like independently, it just doesn't. So I can do a front wheel lift and a back wheel lift separately, but I can't like bring them together. And I can do like a level wheel lift, but when I try and do like front back, it just goes, I have to come the front wheel up, and then I'm like, back.
Okay, cool. All right, well what I'll do is get you to show me what you're doing, and then we can take it from there. So what we've seen there is Abby can get her bike off the ground, but she does what we call an English bunny hop, where the front and back wheel come up at the same time. It's literally just up. And the problem with that is that you're limited in how high you can go by how much you can bend your legs. So if you were really aiming to go for a really high bunny hop, eventually that's going to stop you from being able to do that. And then when it comes to doing what we call an American bunny hop, where it's the front wheel and then the back wheel, Abby can do the front wheel and then the back wheel, but she's missing the movement that you need to do to get them both up at the same time. So we're going to work on that. So we'll just have a quick recap on how you do a bunny hop. So we do the preload, and then we're doing a front wheel lift or a manual. Then we scoop with our feet and stand up tall, straightening those legs. And that brings the back wheel up, and that's a rear wheel lift if you were to do it on its own. So we're just going to get Abby doing that middle bit. So Abby's having a bit of trouble figuring out getting from that front wheel lift, that manual, immediately into a rear wheel lift. So what can help is give yourself an obstacle. So this is my block of wood, and if you ride at it just thinking to yourself, I'm going to do a front wheel lift and then a rear wheel lift, eventually the faster you go, eventually you're going to get to the point where to lift the rear wheel over this, you're going to have to do it whilst the front wheel's still in the air. So I'm going to get Abby to try doing it, the separate movements in much quicker succession, and see if we can actually see both those wheels come off the ground. So already seen some progress. So now we're just gonna fine tune everything. So I've noticed that you're pedaling quite up until the last minute, so you're not giving yourself any setup time. So what we're gonna do is pedal, stop pedaling, get ready, then do it. And when you do it, I want you to stand tall and then do a good preload, because at the moment, because you were pedaling right till the last minute, you never had any time to do a preload. I just had a look at my phone, just at the slow-mo that I just took, and I can see you did a good preload, but there's no movement back with the hips to try and initiate that front wheel lift. So what we really need to see is more of a defined kind of down and back to get the front wheel up, and then the pitch forward, then the straightening of the legs and the scooping with the feet to raise the rear. So I need to see a better quality manual. So one thing that can be a bit of a hindrance when you're trying to learn bunny hops is if your front wheel lift isn't high enough. So it's really worthwhile trying to work on a manual that pops that front wheel up really high, because the higher the front wheel, the more time you've then got to get the back up into the air. So if you've popped the front wheel up real high, you've then got just a fraction more time to just think about that scoop and the straightening of the legs to bring the back wheel up as well. And you can check out manual technique in this video up here. So I've noticed with your rear wheel lift that you could just be pointing your toes that bit more. You are pointing them a bit, but like they're still almost horizontal. So really focus on working on that toe pointing bit of the rear wheel lift as well. So now that you've been perhaps working on your manual and then working on the back wheel lift on its own, you can put them together. So what's going to happen here is you pop that front wheel up, and as it's coming up, you almost immediately stand up. So you straighten your legs, but pointing those toes, so you're scooping with your feet and trying to go up forwards as if you're trying to header a football. And that's going to bring the rear wheel up at the same moment that the front wheel is still in the air. So it's a really fast consecutive movement of front wheel lift, rear wheel lift, which is why it can be useful to find yourself a stick and practice them separately and gradually go faster, because eventually you'll probably find that you just automatically start bunny hopping. So I think we've identified what's wrong and hopefully given you the tools to make it right. What do you think?
I'm pretty satisfied, because as far as I was concerned, I was like, oh yeah, I can do the front wheel, I can do the back wheel, I just need to like bring it together. But it's actually that I need to improve the quality of both the front and rear to give myself enough space and time to like combine them into a perfect bunny hop.
That is such a textbook answer. So with Abby, she's going to go away and practice a little bit more with her manuals and rear wheel lifts.
Before I've always got away with just like, oh yeah, I can do like the English level lift and kind of got away with it. I've actually got the level 3 bike exam in September. I won't, unless I can do a bunny hop, I'm not booking on though.
Right, there we go. We've got until September to get us sorted. So tune back in September to find out whether or not Abby conquers the bunny hop.
Yeah, can I pass my exam or not?
Cool, well, there we go. So hopefully you've got something from that. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below. And otherwise, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.